Hello and welcome to one of my favorite games of all times, Shadowrun. Yeah, since you've already had an introduction to the game, let's jump right in. Alright, and that is all you get, and then the game kicks off. Oh, ooh, my head. My brain feels burnt. Where am I? Who am I? Because this game was released in 1993, in this Let's Play you will not be getting top-of-the-line graphics. Or... you know, this game has been out for 10 years, so... bear that in mind. Armitage J. So we are playing the role of Jake Armitage, and basically the intro is all you get. You got that cool little intro at the beginning, after looking at the skyline of Seattle, or before, I guess. And then that short little cutscene that plays on the main menu if you're patient, and that is it. So, the year's 2050, so things are a little different. And it's a very sharp instrument. Before I talk about the game, I'm going to talk about how you play. So one thing I really like about this game is it's sort of a combination between top-down RPG and point-and-click adventure. So you move... this game was released on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or the SNES, and so you only have your D-pad and 4 buttons, and the triggers, and stop and start, or start and select, I mean. So you move around with the D-pad, and if you want to look around, you can tap the A button or pull the right trigger, and then just scroll around the screen, and different items... you know, if you roll over something that you can interact with, a description of it will appear on the bottom right of the screen. I really like this mechanic as compared to other RPG games on the SNES, like Final Fantasy, where you need to walk around and mash A and hope you come across something. In this, you can stand still and the pointer moves faster than you can walk, and if there is something you can interact with, it will light up. And you hit A again, and it will expand a list of what you can do. But of course, if you're too far away, it'll say too far away. But here, you can open, and that R next to open means instead of scrolling down and pushing open, I can just tap the right trigger, and it'll open. Or I don't even have to open the menu, I can scroll over, pull the right trigger, and it opens. So... you don't really need to know that, but that's why sometimes a menu will open and sometimes something will just happen, because you can shortcut it by pulling the triggers. Same thing with examine and left trigger. It will bring up a description. And yeah. So there are a lot of awesome things about this game. One of which is that it was adapted from a tabletop game by the same name, Shadowrun. So that's pretty cool. Also, it's loosely based on a book called Never Trust a Dragon, or... hold on, what was it called? Yes, Never Deal with a Dragon, by Robert N. Charette. But anyway, let's get started. Some technical difficulties there, but we're gonna open this door and see what happens. Okay, so The door is locked from the inside, and we can talk. There's nobody here but us. Mice! So the filing cabinets are locked. Alright. So if you should have seen the cutscene at the beginning. So basically all we know, this is Jake Armitage. He was walking down the street, and he got geeked by a gang, and then somebody walked up and cast a weird spell. Well, a dog walked up, turned into a human, and then cast a spell. And now we get to see the dialogue. This is how the dialogue for the game works, and it can be a little annoying at times, but it is very unique, and I enjoy it thoroughly. What, you can't be alive? I saw you getting geeked by those hitmen. So you can tell that hitman is in bold, and so if I go, I can talk and ask about it. If I go to talk, a new dialogue will appear. You're crazy showing your face again. You'd better get smart like me and pack a firearm, or you'll wind up dead. I love the pictures of all the characters in this game. They're pretty crazy. But basically, the first time you talk to someone, one set of dialogue will appear. You hit talk again, a second one. This is the second one. So if you hit talk, basically the same thing will load again and again and again. And that's it. So then you have ask about, where all the bold words go. So then you can ask about firearms. And everybody will have this set dialogue that they say when they don't know what to say. Or if they do know something, they'll say something. And that will become more apparent as we get more bold words. But for now, I ain't got time to talk to a corpse. If those guys find out I was with you, I'll be creamed too. Ask about hitmen. They want you dead. If I were you, I'd watch myself. Now, we're going to engage stalker mode and see where this guy goes. Oh, getting shot at already. And looks like you took a wrong turn, Drakehead. It'll be your last. So we gotta run as we're getting shot at and examine this guy's poor dead body. Nothing special here, okay? Just don't mind me. I'm just looking at stuff on the ground while being shot at. Okay, so we have a Beretta pistol. Gotta pick it up. And now, stop shooting at me. Okay, now we have a look at the menus. You have body, magic, strength, charisma, karma, money, spell, weapon, and armor. So I'll explain all these in due time, but right now I'm getting shot at, so I gotta go down to weapon and not give, but use the Beretta pistol, and now bring up a different pointer for the gun and try and kill this orc before he geeks me again. So basically, in combat, you have to stand still while you shoot, and you just need to shoot as much as possible and hope that you kill the other guy before they kill you. In the top right, you can see my health. And I took some damage, but I'm still doing pretty good. You can examine bodies, and hey look, he has a worn leather jacket, and he won't be needing that anymore, so I will pick that up. And anything else? Nothing special here. Alright, so after getting killed and forgetting who we are, we will follow this guy into an alley, and watch him get killed, and then somehow have enough time to go to his dead body and pick up the gun and kill the orc that killed him. Awesome. And now I want to go to armor and equip the leather jacket to give some protection. And if you look down at armor, it says 1 leather jacket, and that 1 just gives you an indication of how good that armor is. So 1, not so great, but better than 0. Let's see what else. I have a strange feeling about those eyes. Tread carefully, whelp. You have much to overcome. Dog controls your destiny. Seek out 3 items of his favor, and then seek his shrine. What is dog? And he doesn't seem to care, so we'll just leave, and he'll slink back into the shadows, and be gone. Alright then. So now dog comes into play, and dog is kind of gonna disappear for a while, so let's see. The news board reads 7th generation cyberdeck, now in keyboard size. So there is a lot to explain, which will kind of be explained just as we go along and explore this new world. First of all, People will randomly show up all over the place and shoot at you. Thankfully, you can shoot back, but people just pop up all the time and shoot at you. So we got a dog and doggy, and a water fountain. Let me see. There. Okay, we need to go. We need to find a bed. Beds are your save points and the places where you can use karma after you've earned it, which I have not earned any karma yet, but you earn karma by fighting and just by fighting. And this is the wrong building. And it's really important that you get to the bed soon. 1, because you have not saved yet, and 2, because you do not start out with a lot of health points, and enemies do pop up randomly, so if you spend a lot of time exploring, you will get shot at and have a high risk of dying before you even save. So I believe it is here. No, it is not here. It is here. We just walk into someone's office and there is a poor man lying on the ground who seems familiar. It seems that everyone we come into contact with so far has died or is on the floor about to die. There's a key in his pocket. Well, don't mind me. You won't be needing this anymore. And it reads 6, so I'm going to take that and talk to you. But he cannot speak, and he is badly injured. Now, I do have a slap patch, which is a healing patch. I'm just going to try this. So if you can't do something, it says, I'm not using it on him, or I'm not using it on that, or something along those lines. Okay, the memo card reads, Armitage to perform courier run to Matrix Systems, 70-30 split. So I'm Armitage, so this guy was somehow linked to me, and I had to do a run, and apparently something happened. What I was running and why someone didn't want me to run it, that is yet to be revealed, but something's up and I'm getting shot at, but I don't feel comfortable fighting because I don't have a lot of health. But if we walk over to this building, oh, these apartments have numbers, and guess what? This one's number 6, but it is locked, as most of these are. So, pressing X. Okay, X is your spells. A is your gun. B is your hand. And Y is a quick route to bring up your inventory. So now we go to the door key and use on the wooden door. So, hopefully by now you're getting a feel for the gameplay, and it's pretty unique and it is very enjoyable. And now we sleep and we can save the game, use karma, which we have none of, but with karma you can improve your body, which is your health, your strength, which makes you take less damage, charisma, which you need to go certain places in the game, and also there are Shadowrunners that you can hire, and it makes them cost less money. Skills, we have firearm and computer. Firearm makes you shoot better. Computer makes it easier to navigate through computers, which is something that is really neat and awesome, and which we will explore soon. And then we have magic, which we have none of yet. We are not magical. Okay, so right now, Jake just needs to explore and figure out what's going on. When I played this game when I was little, I got stuck at this part forever, because you need these shades, but they are very hard to see, and so when I played this game when I was little, I didn't see them, and therefore could not get out of this area, because you need those shades, and I will show you why soon. 20 new yen. I'm going to need this. So, something must have happened in these last, in 2015 because we have new yen instead of dollars. And supposedly we're in Seattle. Sassy 702-826. Alright. And this is beeping at us, so let's see what's going on. There's a recorded message. Cancel your run, Jake. Hand over the files. We mean business. Drake. So Drake doesn't seem too happy with us. For some reason. And that is all there is in this room. So just before I head out, going to save the game quick because you never know what can happen in the dark, dangerous streets under the shadows of the megaplexes. And because this is an old game, there are only 2 save files, but thankfully we'll be good. Now I can go into these 2 doors, and this third one's my apartment, but all these along the bottom and this one up here are locked. So, and these 2 doors are connected, and it leads you to here, which has nothing interesting, although sometimes, too far away, there will be enemies inside, such as heavy dudes, which are a very common enemy in this game. And you just, you gotta keep shooting, and sometimes you'll miss, and sometimes they'll drop new yen. And that's combat for this game. And I just want to say, I love the music for this game. The combat music is so intense, and I love the sound effects of the guns. And the music is really atmospheric and intense. It is fabulous. Alright, so monorail. I'd like to ride the monorail. Oh, the door is locked. Okay. The bulletin board says, station closed for repairs. EcoRail Corp. So, this is where the dead guy was, and there's an empty room in that second door, so we are good to go. As, for exploration wise. Now, let's see. So this basically loops around to where I just was, and I'm going to go there because although I have a slap patch to heal me, I need to save it. I could use it, and then I would not have it. You can get more slap patches, but as of right now, that's the only one you got. And there will be somebody who needs it, so I'm gonna hold on to it. But yes, so sleeping heals you as well, which is why it comes in handy to have a bed. Now let's see. A lot of the features of this game will just come up through gameplay, and I'll explain them along the way. So we had a mysterious encounter with a dog who talked about dog and how we had to seek his shrine and bring 3 items that he would like. So we let this dog go, and it drops a dog collar. A shiny dog collar, and that weird noise indicates something important. So I'm going to pick up the dog collar and take it with me. And there's this fountain, which we cannot examine or use or anything. Now, talking is very important in this game, because without talking, you can't get anywhere. But these busy men along the street never have anything important to say. Why don't you get yourself a job? A real job. The company has been good to me, chum. They look after everything. So you can ask them about stuff, but I better be going. They don't like it when I'm late. And that's all they say. So, some of them have slightly different dialogue, but these busy men never give you bold words, so there's really no point in talking to them. Let's see. I need to go up here. and just ignore getting shot at, because if I fight back, I will take damage, and I'd like to do some exploring before I need to return to my bed. But I need to wrap things up. So we will find out who this mysterious businessman is next time in Shadowrun. So I hope you enjoyed it, and this is Q, signing off.